Hi, welcome back, and today we're going to discuss about this topic called depression. All right. Now, I know a lot of us have heard about depression, hearsay, um, but how many of us would really recognize it in the family, in the community, in us is the question, right? So I thought I'll make a video for creating this bit of an awareness. All right. So what is depression? Now, depression can be of two types. One is clinical depression and the other one is situational. We're only going to discuss situational today. All right. Clinical depression is something that is caused because of the body unable to produce a chemical called serotonin, um, because of which the person goes into a depression. Now, it runs in the DNA, it generally runs in the family, it is in the DNA, and people do consume pills to address this issue. I do not advocate that at all. However, that's for another day. All right. Now, today we're going to talk about situational depression. Now, how do we know if a person is really going through depression? Before we get into that, when does situational depression even crop in? When does it set in? It could set in at various for various reasons at any given point in time. Once in a lifetime, a person does go through, most of them go through a situational depression. Now, it could be any reason. The reasons could be anywhere between the promotion that you were looking for and you didn't get, right? It's a setback, or the increment you were looking out for. A student who has not done the exams well, scored bad marks. All of this could lead to depression, loss of a loved one, death in the family, or just a relationship that went awry, a separation, anything. There are a lot. If a lady who has a stillborn child, abortion. There are a lot of reasons why a person could go through situation depression. Now, the thing is, what might sound very silly to us means so real for them. So the pain is very real for that person. So please do not poo-poo anybody going through the pain because of which they are depressed. All right. So how do we know a person? What are the symptoms that will help us understand that the person is going through depression? A couple of them. Not a couple, many of them. All right. So a lot of reasons. The first and foremost is they will lose interest in day-to-day activities. Pulling themselves out of the bed would be such a Herculean task. They love sleeping. They would be in love with the bed. Anything and everything, they'll complain of fatigue and they'll just go sleep. All right, this is one big thing. You'll also observe that they get very irritable very soon. They're very anxious. They get angry for no reason. They can cry for no reason. Or so we think. Anything that people speak could trigger off their emotions, and they will start crying. They'll cry ceaselessly. They cannot stop tearing, right? It would be that bad. They will actually distance from people. If there is a socializing happening, they will distance themselves from that scene. All right. Um, what else? Their self-worth will be very low. They'll feel that everything in their life is over. There is nothing else for them to live for. There'll be a death urge, like a Freudian thing they call it, the death urge, where they numb themselves to everything around. They numb themselves to life itself. So you'll see hygiene is unheard of. All right, they stop having regular showers. They love sleeping in. They can live in the same attire for days together. You know, such things are very common when a person is going through depression. All right, they will not return calls. You call them, and the call never gets returned. So these are ways you figure out that the person is going through quite a bit of sadness, doldrums, right? All right. Now, what are the ways in which you figure out or you deal with depression? Now, there are a lot of ways. Before we even go into that, let's understand our body. Body is such an intelligent tool, such a beautiful temple that we have. It has ways to deal with anything under the sun by itself. We do not have to do anything. Only in cases sometimes when it becomes too much, gets in the way of our day-to-day life for a long time, that's when we need to intervene. All right. Now, our body produces four hormones by itself. All right, due to various activities that happen, and they are feel good hormones. They make you feel good about yourself and keeps you happy. All right, and these are called dopamine, oxytocins, and serotonin and endorphins. Now, endorphins are hormones which are secreted by the body when we exercise, when we laugh a lot, right? When we watch some rom-coms, these chemicals are secreted. Now, oxytocins are secreted when you have human contact, like human touch. It could be shaking hands, kissing, hugging, embracing, just touching. All these creates oxytocins, which are very good for the body, makes you feel good about yourself. Serotonin, as we have already discussed, is produced by the body when you do a bit of service, when you help people, or when you consume certain foods like almonds, spinach, legumes. These some of these foods create serotonin in your body. Dopamine is produced when you feel appreciated, when you achieve something, right? Like, they could be small things. Let's get into that. So what are the things, what are the activities that we can do that will help our body produce these chemicals, so we come out of this depression ASAP, right? So a couple of them are, when it comes to serotonin, you can, helping, like you can even feed a dog on the street, or you could just go, probably give alms, to the people who are by the temple side, or just give away your clothes, that you do not use. You do a spring cleaning, declutter your, your room. Like, say for instance, when you declutter your house or your home, room by room, when you declutter, it is a science by itself. You're actually decluttering your mind, and when you declutter, you're obviously doing a spring cleaning. All right, and when you do the decluttering, you feel a sense of achievement, dopamine is secreted. Now you give away those clothes or these things that you do not use, give away to people who can find it useful, you can make do with it, like the books that you do not use, or the clothes, whatever. When you give, now that helps the body produce serotonin in by itself, right? That's a feel good hormone. Now, when you're lying down, you don't want to move out of the body, just stretch. Just stretching itself is an exercise. When you're not moving, that produces endorphins in your body, right? See if you can go out for a walk, just a stroll. It need not be anything, just go for a slow walk. Let the sunlight hit you, let the breeze, touch your body. That itself would make you feel good. Endorphins can be produced then, right? What else can you do? There are a lot of things that you can do. Listening to upbeat music that makes you feel good. The mantras, if mantras make you feel good, why not use mantras? Use music that make you feel, like dance, or sing along. These are, certain things that you could do. All right. Stretch yourself, I've covered that. Now, watch something very funny. It could be any kind of series that makes you feel funny, like Friends, or any other series that you know of is very funny, like comedy, like any kind of comic series. You can watch them and laugh. Laughing produces endorphins, as we've already discussed. Yeah. Spend time with a loved one. It's very important. I've observed from my experience that it's very important for us to have at least one person in this planet who would actually, know you inside out and be there when you need them. Like, you know, have no inhibitions discussing anything. It's extremely important because it's easier for you to open up, and it's easier for the person to actually intervene when there is a need, because the person knows you inside out, and it's easy for them to help you out, right? So that's one thing I felt could help. Thinking about good memories. If you've lost a loved one, think about the memories that have been really, that you would cherish, that has helped you learn a lot. Think of the good things that have come out of this particular situation or the relationship or whatever is that you're going through. One step at a time. Start taking up, take that phone of yours and call someone. Start networking, start socializing, start talking to people. Go to that event. I know it's very difficult, very easy said than done, but we got to make that effort. Talk to people. All right. See, as much as it's very nice and easy to say, hey, do this, do that, trust me, when you go through that depression, like I have gone through, so and so I'm sharing all of this because hoping that it would help someone out there who's going through this, right? I've personally gone through depression, and I didn't even know that I was depressed until I did my courses in counseling and my masters in yoga and all of that. Until then, I didn't even know that I was going through depression. So it's very difficult. It's even if you know that you have to pull up and talk, it's not easy. So if you have someone in your family or a friend of yours who's going through, please see what you can do to help them. And if none of the above activities or any of this help, and it's been chronic for a certain period of time, it's been there for a period of time, which means you've enmeshed this situation, or you've enmeshed in this relationship, then it's time for you to seek help, right? Help from outside, like could be a therapist or a healer. Energy work does wonders for depression. I've personally had clients, anything above 2 years is going to take time. Otherwise, a week is sufficient. 7 sessions is more than enough to deal with it. In fact, a client of mine who has been going through depression for more than 2 years actually started seeing results in the 3rd session. And by the 7th session, she was absolutely fine. Until today, it's been more than 6 months, and she's absolutely fine with just a few practices. So it's not like, whoa, I got depression. Nah, it's not that way. It's absolutely treatable, and it's pretty simple. Sounds simple for a person who's going through depression. It's going to be a Herculean task. I get that, but one step at a time. And I hope this was useful, and I hope this helps someone out there who's going through this kind of situation, or going through depression, or is in doldrums. All right. Thank you so much for being here, and love you all. Bye bye.